Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be commentating over my most recent
A wave
speedrun.
of power.
This was on the Underworld with a time of 6 minutes, 46 seconds, and 35 milliseconds. It is currently being reviewed on the leaderboards for submission. It's the first
Return
run
to
I've
shadow
actually ever
now.
submitted to the leaderboards, and I really hope that it gets accepted, and if it doesn't, I really will wonder what I did wrong in the recording process. Overall, it was very fun playing and getting this speed run though. And if you're wondering why I wasn't in the underworld there, that is because in order for a speed run to be valid, you must show a death before it to prove that it is not seated. This is only for unseated runs, if
My
I'm
path is
correct though.
set.
This run got insanely lucky with room skips and all that. And I have to hard roll for a
Fates won't mind.
purple, for a blue or a purple uh, splash flourish at the beginning of the run. Because if I don't get that and rarefy it, I need to, let's just say, after rarefying, I need to have a heroic or an epic splash flourish for the run to be able to compete. And luckily here I got the heroic. I'm
Transform.
running Artificer just because it gives me more stuff for very little time cost. And if you're wondering why I'm pause buffering here, it's because while pausing, the timer pauses and it gives me time to think, and that's really good. Like, really good, because it pretty,
Denied.
with pause buffering and all the room loadings and stuff taken into account, this run goes up to around 16 minutes in time.
Little
Now, this is
hazel.
where the first amazing luck part of the run comes in. When you get a Chaos Gate. Chaos Gates are amazing because they pretty much let you skip one chamber, and by letting you skip that chamber, you're saving like 15, 20 seconds, depending on where you get it, up to even like a minute if you get it in fields. And this is the first of actually many Chaos Gates within this run. Here I'm
Transform.
looking for a Spark of Ixion inside the well, and here I'm also looking for Scorch Ring, because maybe I can get Steam from that, and it just lets me apply aspects. And I get a Spark of Ixion, which is just insane luck, because that's going to be another Chaos Gate in this room. So if I don't get
Load
the
it.
shop, I'm taking
Loading.
the Chaos Gate. I just want that to make sure
What
I
a
have
sight you
regen
are.
for Hecate. I do
I'm
not get
ready.
the shop, so I go here for the Chaos Gate. I have to take the shop
By the will of
and
chaos.
the like special encounter because they save a ton of time. And the special encounters like Arachne and Narcissus and Echo, the timer literally pauses while you're in their room, so it's a huge time save.
What do you want? Best keep your
Here's a really nice room. I would have
enjoy.
preferred it was just a Nemesis fight room, because that pauses the timer. This makes me lose a little bit of time. Then here's another big piece of luck, an egg
How'd that
room,
get in there?
which lets me figure out like where get the reward earlier than I normally would have, saving time. Here I'm going to take the hammer. I actually have to reset this entire run if I don't get spiral knives here, because spiral knives is the most powerful boon for aspect of pan in the entire game.
Count right now.
And hammer, come on, spiral knives. And we get it. This is insane luck so far in this run. It's crazy. Here, I'm not even going to take the look at the well, because it's just a waste of time right now, because I don't need it yet. Because I'm extremely close to the end of the area, and just this chamber, and then I'll be there, if I'm correct.
My chaos curse subsided.
Because as you can see, I'm on the final room of the area, and here I'm going to take the palm. I want to palm Wave Flourish again.
Olympus
And here I'm
sends
looking for like
message.
Nimble Limbs or Nitro Boost. Sorry, not Nimble Limbs,
This is what
Nimble
can.
Mind. Because that lets me channel my
That
Omega
as your
Moves
colour
faster, which
suits you
is what
well.
I'm using all the time in this run.
Let
This
us
is
see.
actually where I lost a decent bit of
The
time in this run.
all-consuming flame.
Because I screwed up with one guy and it took me like 5 seconds to kill one of the small witches that spawn at one point in the run. So now I completely annihilate Hecate. I could have done that
Twilight
faster though.
curse.
Now if you didn't know, you can dash through this. But if you're wondering what fear I have on, I have Vow of Frenzy on up to 2 levels, because that makes enemies spawn faster and all that stuff. That's one, and then this is where I screw up. It took me way too many hits to do that, but then I instantly kill her, pretty much. So then I just place on the cast and she's dead. And that is 2 minutes in, and I've already finished cleared the first area. By 2 minutes, I am talking in-game time,
That was chaos.
which is different from
Which one was
like real game time, which is just the
Onward.
time from when Millennium first steps foot to the time where Kronos' health bar disappears. And now, luckily, Hera's boon did not show up at that door, so I'm taking the Chaos Gate because it saves more time. Here, that is insane. That is insane luck. Here, I'm just gonna take health, because why not? And another egg room. This is where this run got stupid lucky. I got another egg room. And I made a mistake here and accidentally grabbed a shop instead of Narcissus, but I think it actually might have been better for the long term of the run because it just saved more time. Here I take Hera because I want Born Game from her because magic is going to be used a lot in this run. And it's already dead.
Took me for simple.
Just takes a couple rolls here. Born Game. And I'm gonna give you guys a little story real quick. So when I was younger, I'm in Boy Scouts right now, and a year or so ago, also Artemis is amazing. That pauses the timer. A few years ago, I was in a Boy Scout troop, and we were going skiing. It had been very fun. This is our second day in. We were going to be going home the next day. So I was going on one of the intermediate courses, one of the harder ones. One of the hardest intermediate slopes there. And so I was dared to pretty much go down it without really slowing down. And for some reason, me being stupid as I am, I decided to do it. And what happens is I just slide down, completely slid because it had rained a bit before and there's ice, so it made it extremely hard to slow down at the bottom.
For later use.
I can't take a trial, by the way, because they're super slow. So yeah, I land at the bottom, and it really does suck because I go flying about 10, 15, 20 miles an hour, I'm not 100% sure, straight into a slab of ice. Actually, I'm extremely happy I hit that slab of ice, because if I hadn't, I'm pretty sure I would have slid all the way down into a black diamond that was just across from where that intermediate went down. I actually had to swerve out of the way of a little girl who was also skiing there. I almost hit her there. So yeah, I hit my knee on that big slab of ice, and I kind of went to a stop there. I couldn't move for a minute or two. So, I didn't really do anything else for the rest of that day. We went home the next day. But the crazy thing is, so I'm with the rest of my Boy Scout troop. And then one of the members of my troop, I'm not going to say his name because he probably doesn't want to be named. But he's just doing a little jump over like a 1 foot gap. And he somehow manages to hurt his leg so bad that he's like brought to the medical tent and everything from a tiny jump. I mean, at least I got hurt in a cool way. Other people in my troop say that that was probably the coolest crash that they've ever seen while skiing. But yeah, no, so in just a little wimpy jump, he manages to get even more hurt than me.
Long way down.
And yeah, it's kind of crazy how it shows like the tiniest things can actually harm you a lot more than you think. Like I could have been a lot more hurt from that crash, and it really does show you like how skiing is a dangerous thing. But I'm still gonna keep doing it. It's fun.
Show me the way.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. to continue on about this, I'm extremely happy to see Poseidon here, because that means I can probably get Slippery Slope, which will let me activate Origination. Just gonna take Wolf Howl because it'll probably let me move across the screen a bit faster if it's charged, or like get out of the damage way. And I took Fig Leaf because it just lets me skip encounters, pretty much like Chaos would.
I should be able to get out.
Here, I'm looking for this Dean boon from Hestia. I honestly was expecting to get it because I have that boon that makes duos more common, but I did not get it,
Sure,
and I waste a lot of rolls on it, sadly. And I eventually just end up taking Hot Pot, even though it's pretty much useless. It is really sad about that. Next, we get Echo, Timer's Pause in this entire room. I get Pom Pom Pom. Now I have a level 8 Wave Flourish, which deals a ton of damage. Like, more than you guys imagine. Then, I get even luckier and get a 2-room at the end. And I get my second hammer. Here, I'm looking for the one that lets me channel faster.
Illuminate my path.
And I get Fig Leaf again here, so that lets me skip another encounter. That's really exciting. If you're wondering that record scratch is, that's what happens when you start an encounter that isn't canceled. Well, the little disco ball from Fig Leaf is out. And that little sucky thing is extremely annoying. And I don't get it, so I just get Melting Sickle. I don't really need it. But it doesn't really hurt the run that much. I'm just going to take Hermes there. And I just find it funny how that little sucking monster just drives me like all the way back while I'm already going for the door. Nimble Mind is exactly what we were looking for there. Now it's time to go see the true DPS test in most Hades runs, and this is going to be extremely like easy because of how insane our DPS is. It's 2 shots and Serbi's down to half health, and all those guys are down. Serbi's coming back out. I go back over here. I send out 2 more, and Serbi's dead. Which is just crazy when you think about it, how when you first start playing, Serbi has like a ton of health, and you will never realize that it's like really not that much in the grand scheme of things until you get to builds like these where they're so powerful. It's actually crazy how strong you can get in this game. Now you're probably wondering how I managed to clear the rest of the game in like a minute and 10 seconds. Well, I take Athena as keepsake here, just because I'm pretty sure it pauses the timer at one point or another. I just think it's a good thing to take. I take special damage, and I just go down and start exiting. Here I'm looking for short rooms with armored enemies that I can take down fast. I don't want a bunch of tiny small enemies because that normally means it moves slower. It's just something with how the spawns work. I'm not going to take Dad, even though it pauses the timer, because it adds to the chamber count, which means that I'll have to fight more enemies in the next room. Maybe Old Grudge would be worth it, but that's too gambling. That's like gambling a lot. And Divine Intervention, timer's paused at 5 minutes. I get Athena's little boon here. I don't know what I was going to take there. It didn't really matter, so I just took that. It was not that bad. I just did that because I'm pretty sure I would have had a slower time if I hadn't taken Athena's keepsake. As you can see, Dad shows up, but I'm not going to take it because that adds to the chamber count. You actually don't take any extra chambers of Tartarus. A funny thing about this is that pretty much in Hades, once you get through the final chamber, once you beat Cerberus, you pretty much stay the same strength as you are then, as you move through this area, because it's just
More of this tempai.
because when you're moving through this area, you aren't really stopping for any doors, or at least in speedruns you aren't, so you aren't getting any stronger, so you pretty much have to hope that if your build's really strong against Cerberus, it should be really strong against Kronos. This is probably the worst. I got super lucky with my chamber luck in this, and I did screw up here. I could have had a much faster time if I didn't get frozen in time by all those stupid things, but I just didn't see them for the fire on the floor. But that's it, and now I just wait for that thing. I go here thinking it's that door, then, oh no, I get jump scared about it, so I have to go here. Now we're about onto the final fight, and I have 31 seconds left, and this actually saved the run. That legendary saved the entire run, and it's crazy.
River, take me.
I would have died if it wasn't for that legendary. It's just crazy.
I'm home.
Welcome. You have
Don't
a life.
I probably could have read the dialogue. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have lost me time. I just didn't want to. Well, it would have lost me real game time, but I don't care about that. So here I'm just literally working on just nuking through Cronus' faces as fast as physically possible. Like, I'm already almost done with Kronos here. And then there's a little skip you can do once he enters second phase. So his little clock move where you take 999 damage when you get hit, if you bring him to half health before that finishes going off, it skips the entire move, like this. So now now I'm low health. I'm actually kind of scared right now. I actually don't remember that I have the Death Defiance. This is where this saves me, and that's the run over.
Damn it.
It's crazy. 6 minutes, 46 seconds, 35 milliseconds. If you're wondering why it's moving so slow, it's because of the Death Defiance from Hermes. This is my fastest time ever beating Kronos, and I am actually so proud of it. I would like to thank you guys all for watching. I'd like to ask you guys all to like, subscribe, comment, anything to help me with the algorithm. I think Wave Floor, Smoldering, Born Gain, and Slippery Slope, and Spiral Knives. Not Melting Sickle were all the most important things in this round. If you're looking at damage, it was actually very little to everybody except for really Kronos. Mainly because I just killed everything so fast. Once again, I would just like to thank you guys all for watching. Please check out my other content. I have other speedruns and stuff and other YouTube videos. Thanks to all of you for watching this video. And if you're seeing this, I know you watched it all the way through. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.